Will the crypto scene in February be on fire? There's no doubt about it. There was a short dip after the ETF, the approval of the BTC ETF, but things are starting to move upward again. We're seeing more and more green candles. And very importantly, we're also closing in on the Bitcoin halving. That's coming up in just about 2.5 months from now, in April 2024. And so all catalysts for the crypto market look actually pretty good in terms of upward momentum right now. Realistically, though, and in all likelihood, before we can move on to the next or the second leg of this bull run, we're probably going to see some sideways action. But if you've been in this space long enough, you know that just represents a good opportunity to accumulate more of your favorite projects before they really take off. Okay, so the first of our 4 projects that we're looking at for Great February altcoins is SUI, S-U-I. And since mid-December 2023, that is, the SUI token has been going up steadily. There was a pretty significant jump in early January when SUI went in 4 days' time from 80 cents to $1.38. And now it appears that SUI is actually cruising towards new all-time highs. It's sitting now at $1.48. It was just above the $1.60 range. And in January, so in 1 month, the price actually went up by 100%. Okay, that's all great. But that being said, the TVL, the total value locked, that's where we need to look for the real SUI improvement. Because over January, SUI's TVL increased by 109%. That is to say, even more than the price of the token. And as of this recording, it is sitting now at $446.62 million. So this particular growth of this metric really catapulted the project straight into the top 10 by TVL. As you can see, again, at the time of this recording, SUI sits at number 10, just behind Manta and Optimism. And the SUI swap token, ticker SSWP, really has had a great end of the year, end of 2023, although it's down in the last couple of weeks. But after about 7 months of sideways action, it saw a 5x in November and December of last year. And so we have a lot of positive variables here working in SUI's favor. This has, of course, increased demand for the SUI token, especially considering that SUI is also positioning itself as a gaming blockchain. That's another important vertical with massive growth potential. It's a narrative, as you know, Web3, blockchain gaming, that we are very, very bullish on, not only for this bull cycle, but really for the long term. SUI also saw 2 important strategic partnerships recently. This included Alibaba Cloud and Solend. Solend is a lending protocol on Solana. You may be familiar with them. And now it has expanded to SUI. Banksa, they also extended their fiat on-ramping services to SUI. And so SUI is clearly doing a lot of things right. They are really heating up as a project. At number 2 here in our list of 4, we're looking at Manta Network, ticker Manta, M-A-N-T-A. In mid-January, we saw the launch of the Manta token and, of course, the much-anticipated Manta airdrop. Go back and check out our previous coverage of this if you're unfamiliar with what happened. But really, ever since, the Manta token price has been slightly increasing from $2 earlier on to where it sits now at $3.17. And the all-time high on the 28th of January was as high as $3.83. And this is a project now that has officially cracked the crypto top 100. Currently, it sits, as you can see, at number 93, but it was as high as the upper 70s. It's up by about 46% over the last 7 days, and there does appear to be much more room for improvement. The Manta Network has 2 networks. There's Manta Atlantic, which is a layer 1 on Polkadot, and the Manta Pacific Network is a layer 2 that runs on Celestia. This actually decreased gas fees by $1.4 million since mid-December. That's because Celestia offers modular data availability. And Manta's ecosystem already houses over 150 projects. And you know what? It's an ecosystem that continues to grow. And that, of course, has an impact on its TVL, which is very impressive. It continues to grow. It takes the number 9 spot. I'd mentioned that a moment ago. It sits just above SUI with, at the moment, $457.79 million. This is another rapid grower because in January, this saw, the TVL that is, saw a 69% increase. The Manta token has a 2% inflation per year, and no major token unlocks are coming. Unlocks, of course, are something you have to watch out for. Check out yesterday's video. We are warning you about some pretty massive unlocks happening in February. But really, Manta doesn't have to deal with that, which is a positive. All the more reason that the token price can keep going up. This is most certainly one of the hot coins this month, February 2024. Number 3, and really a project that needs no introduction. It's been crushing it lately. This is really the ultimate comeback kid story in crypto. Of course, I'm talking about Solana, ticker SOL, S-O-L. It has a lot going on at the moment. It's definitely got a few meme coins. Not that I'd recommend those, but that is something that's associated with Solana. It's got mock JUP, holy cow, which is down 43.3% on the day. Again, not something I'd recommend. It's also got WEN, when, and WUT, woot. Also down heavily. Wow, 18.9%. I'm definitely not a fan of the meme coins. That's just my own editorial. But if it's something that you're staying on top of, there are plenty of airdrops upcoming that you're going to want to look out for. For instance, there's mock JUP and WEN. Those are test airdrops for the main JUP airdrop. That happened yesterday, actually, on the 31st of January. Both tokens are actually doing really well. And the WEN airdrop was the same value for each qualified wallet. Also, and as we know, another big up-and-coming narrative in crypto is restaking. An eigenlayer on Ethereum really started all of this. However, Picasso already introduced restaking to Solana. You can restake GTO-SOL and MSOL. And so this is something to definitely keep an eye on. Solana's TVL is also super impressive. It continues to keep growing. It ranks at number 5, and it's got a TVL, let's call that just below $1.6 billion. Some of the growth is more modest because it's a larger project, but it still saw a 29% increase in TVL over the course of January 2024. The price of SOL was kind of like the little steam engine that could. A couple of times now it's broken above $100. Just below that currently as I record, $97.29. But recently it's reached as high as $103, $104. Actually, what am I talking about? Looking at the last 3 months here, you can see it's in kind of that $125 range, although that was just after Christmas and before New Year's. All that being said, though, it's had an incredible comeback over the last not only 3 months, but extending further. Take a look at the last year here. Solana really is a great project. Speaking for myself, it's redeemed itself in my eyes, and I'm looking forward to see what it can do in terms of new developments, new ecosystem growth, and new all-time highs in 2024 and 2025. In the short term, it's looking like a good choice and a solid performer for February 2024. Okay, and last but not least here, at number 4 on our list, we're looking at Celestia. And it is on the move once again. The TIA token is slowly creeping up towards its all-time high, which was struck on the 15th of January. And that was $20.15. Its current price, as I record, is $17.19. Celestia is a modular blockchain that offers DA or data availability. And plenty of chains choose to migrate to Celestia since it reduces their gas costs significantly. In fact, I mentioned one such example earlier, the Manta Network. They saved $1.4 million recently, since mid-December. And now LyraChain has migrated as well. That's an options DEX. And their migration allowed them to save gas costs by 10 times. And that's the result of only 1 week, starting the 22nd of January. AEVO, AEVO is the next L2 migrating to Celestia. This is an options and perps DEX, and they're also looking for, of course, reduced gas fees. Starknet is also integrating with Celestia. Plume Network, which is very active in the RWA space, real-world assets, they're another project choosing to migrate to Celestia. And you can also add Orderly Network, a liquidity layer, to the list. And so it's obvious that Celestia is heating up. It's gaining a lot of attention. A lot of these partnerships and these collaborations are putting it on the map more and more. And chains increasingly see all the advantages that Celestia can bring to them. And even though we're already kind of in all-time high territory, the price of TIA should really only continue to increase given all the great things that this project and its team are doing.
These 4 altcoins, Sway, Manta Network, Solana, and Celestia, are just a glimpse into the vast potential out there. But here's the key: DYOR, do your own research, is your ultimate weapon. This video equips you with knowledge, but it's your job to dig deeper, understand the risks, and align investments with your goals. So, what are you waiting for? Dive into the exciting world of crypto, make informed decisions, and who knows, maybe you'll be the one discovering the next big thing. Remember, like this video if you found it helpful. Subscribe for more crypto insights and hidden gems. Share your thoughts and research in the comments below. Let's explore the cryptoverse together.